Great for Gulshan's career, that's why I decided to act with him.
And we were also destined to meet.
On this show.
Yeah.
I went in that direction. A few films worked, a few didn't, and that's fine. But I continued to do those, so it's not like I wasn't getting them. But I think a lot of a lot depends on the kind of the way the audience also receives those films and those roles, right?
They all started coming out.
They all started to come out. So I had like 7 or 8 releases in a year, and then I was booked for like 2 years for new projects.
Okay.
Which I finished just now. Now blocked for another year.
Hello and welcome to Koimoi. This is Shubham Kulkarni, and today in conversation with me is Team Dahaad, shooting with these guys a serious show जहाँ पर ये बस हंस रहे हैं लोग. How is it possible? How do we wrap up?
Yeah, there was a lot of schizophrenia on set. When we were rolling, there was, things were very serious. But the minute we stopped rolling, there was always a lot of
Fun and
advice
Gulshan.
and trivia from this end, fun and games from that end, Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good fun, basically.
It definitely
It
was.
was like, ha ha, one moment is like, ha ha, the other moment is like, hey.
Yeah. And I think it was, because it was COVID time and everybody was isolated. We pretty much stayed in hotels, or they would isolate one part of the hotel just for the cast and crew. So it was kind of, we were all just stuck together and had only each other for entertainment.
Yeah.
Okay. You were saying something.
No, I was just saying yeah.
Okay. But for the show, Dahaad. Now, when you guys read the script, when you make the show, tell me at what point do you realize that this is what you want to do? For you, at what point do you realize that this is the show that I make next, and it is not similar to what I did previously?
I mean, for me, the decision, this is what I'm doing next, or this is what I want to do in the future, is taken way before the scripting process. The scripting process happens because I've already taken that decision. Yeah. Does that answer your question?
It does, but for you guys, when you read it, what is that point जब आपने कहा कि this is the show you want to do?
Sorry.
Please. नहीं आप.
चलो आप दोनों रहे तो मैं बोल देता हूँ.
It's the monkey.
This is a great opportunity for me to, add a bit more diversity and versatility to my career. And I just thought it was a great idea and it will be good for my career. So it's as simple as that.
Okay.
I thought it would be great for Gulshan's career, that's why I decided to act with him.
And we were also destined to meet.
On this show.
Yeah.
You asked for that.
I realized that this is the role for me while they were actually narrating to me.
Okay.
So I didn't have to think twice before saying yes. I think I agreed there and then that I want to be a part of this and be this character. So yeah, it was very instant for me.
That's amazing.
Yeah. That happens very rarely.
That's
like
true.
You usually like ask for the script, read it, go home, mull over it, and then here I just knew that I have to play this role.
That's so true. But my next question is for you, Sonakshi. In the early prime of your career, you did a film called Lootera, which was completely non-commercial, but still so celebrated. Then came Akira. But then that troupe had a massive break. We now see you again in doing these roles, be it Dahaad, be it Heeramandi. That first look was awesome.
Thank you.
Of all.
Thank
But then, tell me, is the big screen not offering you those roles? Is the digital now taking you there?
No, I think I did the roles that I wanted to do. After Akira, I think I kind of moved towards doing these very strong female leads in films, portrayal of very strong women on screen. So I went in that direction. A few films worked, a few didn't, and that's fine. But I continued to do those, so it's not like I wasn't getting them. But I think a lot of lot depends on the kind of the way the audience also receives those films and those roles, right? So for me as an actor, I was really waiting for something like this to come along, and it really came to me at the right time. It was completely unintentional. It kind of just landed in my lap. I mean, I'm so glad that they thought of me to play this character, and it was something that I've wanted to do for a very long time, and I'm glad it came to me.
That's amazing. But for all three actors here, finding work post the pandemic, we are now back to normal life. How is that a process now? How is that process? Is it simpler? क्या हो रहा है?
बहुत कम आ रहा है.
बहुत कम आ रहा है.
I had 7 releases in 2020.
Wow.
It's the when everybody was locked up. My films that I shot in like 14, 13, 15.
They all started coming out.
They all started to come out. So I had like 7 or 8 releases in a year. And then I was booked for like 2 years for new projects.
Okay.
Which I finished just now. Now blocked for another year.
Amazing.
That's amazing. For you?
I had releases during the lockdown, post-lockdown.
Yes.
And a lot of work, like for about literally 12, 13 months after the second wave, because there was a lot of backlog also. So I was constantly doing one project and another project. I'm not complaining. In fact, I used to complain it's too much work. I have no time in between to sort of like, do nothing. Yeah. So, and since then also, I think some of them have been very appreciated. So work gets you work. So I'm really grateful that I have work. I'm not booked for 2 years, but then but I have enough work.
Soon you will be.
No, please. धीरे. हड़ू.
अरे होने दो.
देखते हैं जब होगा देखेंगे. Let me complain now.
Okay. For you?
It's been good. It's been. I actually took a step back because I was working non-stop until before the pandemic, and that kind of just, made us take a step back and re-look at a lot of things. So this was the project that I was doing during the pandemic. In fact, we were shooting and then the pandemic happened. We came back, we went back after a year, shot it while COVID was still pretty much around. Lots of obstacles in the way, but we managed really, really well, and I'm so happy that this is finally coming out. So yeah, I kind of like took my time, and I was telling someone earlier that work will always be there. You just have to make time for life, and there's work and life. There's a good balance now, so I'm very happy with that.
That's so true.
Yeah.
And there should be a balance.
Yeah, there should be a balance in everything. Yeah.
That's true.